And we're back.
We're back.
All right, if you for $1 million.
$1 million. $1 million, but
yeah, but randomly every day you'll get like when you drink too much and then lie down, the world just goes like super spinny.
Yeah.
Randomly for like it could be either between half an hour or like maybe 2 hours. You get like uncontrollable, like almost
the
like
spins.
nausea spins. Yeah.
Well, I already have vertigo, so like I already have that. So you're just describing like, oh, I have $1 million now.
You're like, okay, well, never mind.
No, I don't have it that seriously. Like it's like once in a blue moon I get that, So.
Also, speaking of surf, this is our great shout out to Team C's.
Team C's. Yes. as an official marine biologist.
We're gonna clean up the ocean. Get rid of all these pupatars. You know those pupatars that have been like destroying our ocean? We're gonna get rid of them.
The plastic tars.
Yeah, 100%.
I think anyone can link to the Team C's fundraiser. So shout out Mr. Beast. If I can actually link it, I'm gonna link it here.
It's a great cause.
Yeah.
Also, Meganium is #Team Trees.
Team Trees.
Shout out to, what was that, 2019?
Jeez, that was the before time.
Oh, when the world was pure. When climate change wasn't threatening everything.
When COVID wasn't a thing.
Oh yeah, I forgot about COVID. No, but it's scary, dude. Like, I'm kind of like COVID, obviously, but like I'm kind of scared for climate change.
Oh yeah. Like
I'm kind of nervous about that.
Having my master's or like PhD especially like focus on the effects of climate change, it's like it's like
I think we're screwed. I don't think we're gonna be able to do it.
No, like
we might be like the last generation.
The last generation that like could go outside during the summer as kids and not swelter.
But like I'm also wondering like food shortages too.
Yep.
Like
it's all bad.
I don't even know. I don't know.
Hey Liam, what dis?
Miles just sent me a video of a fish. It's a coolie loach.
That is such a Miles thing to do though, like, what's this?
Well, like, he sent me a video the other day, like, I think this is a merlin? Like, is this a merlin? I'm like, no, it's a sharp chin hawk. And then he's like, really? And I'm like, yeah, and I showed him, like, the two pictures for comparison, and he's like, how the fuck do you know this stuff? And I'm like, because as a kid, I had
brain is an encyclopedia.
It's like, because as a kid, I had a lot of books and not a lot of friends.
In fairness, no.
I didn't even fully
Like,
watch the video.
What dis?
Yeah, it's a coolie loach.
Can we make a remix out of that?
Tell me. Oh. Hey Liam.
I'm actually surprised that. So remember the clown loach that you named after me?
Yep.
So a coolie loach basically it's like a much smaller, much longer version of that.
Really?
Yeah, here I'll put.
I actually really like the clown loach. That's a really cool fish.
If they didn't need like such big groups and such a big tank, because they grow to like a foot long. I would get one. I would get a school of them.
Oh my god, it looks so weird.
The coolie loach?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's cool though. I like it. Wait. This guy grows to be
No,
big? Or do you mean like
the clown loaches grow big. If I had like another, like, I don't know if I've mentioned on the channel, but I have my community fish tank set up now.
Just take like right now, just hard cut to all like just a nice picture of like your whole tanks.
Well, I only have one with fish in it right now, but it has pandacories and clown killifish and celestial pearl danios, and one cherry shrimp that like I went and bought some floating plants, and the guy just like was scooping the plants out without like checking them first, and they're like kept in the tank with cherry shrimp. So then I get home and there's just this giant cherry shrimp chilling in the bag, and I'm like, oh well. And then I went and checked on their website, and it like It's one of the more expensive breeds of cherry shrimp, like color morphs. So like I just got a $9 shrimp for free.
Well, you have to pay for like the plants.
Yeah, but the plants were
Yeah.
like I got 3 portions
Like-
of Salvinia, and it cost like $3 a portion. So we basically got like double what I paid for.
Yeah, I kind of want to get like a nice tank in the future, like just a big tank.
I'm
Or
already
with some cool like aquatic fish and like some nice aquatic plants.
so like I bought a 10-gallon, right? And like a 5-gallon is $25. A 10-gallon is $26. A 15-gallon is $64.
What if we went 100-gallon?
Oh, that's like $400.
That's huge. Yeah.
Like I'm already thinking like this time next year I'll like transfer my fish over and upgrade the tank to a 20-gallon.
Okay.
Or like get another 10-gallon and replace one of my 5 gallons.
Is there any like future fish that you like really want?
Yeah, but like it's gonna be very down the road because just like the clown loach. Clown loaches are one that I would want in a huge tank, but I'd have them in a huge community tank. But like here, do you know what have you ever heard me talk about like some of the research I was involved with Polypterus?
Polypterus?
So it's like another fish that can live on land, but it's like distantly related to other types of fish.
Okay.
So
How do you spell that? I'm just kind of.
I sent one in the chat.
Oh, did you? Okay,
Yeah.
sorry.
So
Oh, dude, that's cool.
yeah, so it grows to like a foot long, and like so they need like at least like 100-gallon tank.
And like I'm assuming it obviously interacts well with all the other fish.
No.
I'm sure you've done your homework.
I would keep it like it would have a tank of its own, like it's a carnivore. It would eat, like
Oh, okay, never mind.
Unless
what do you
put-
have to feed it then? Like just normal pellets? I'm assuming not.
like the research lab that like I was involved with like fed them beef heart. You can feed them like live feeder fish, like those feeder goldfish or feeder guppies.
Yeah.
Like the really meaty foods. Some people feed them shrimp, like cocktail shrimp, like shrimp.
Yeah.
So, what about you? What fish would you want? Man, the more I talk about it, the more I'm like, yeah, next year I'm gonna upgrade this 10-gallon because I'd only need to get like a new lid and a heater. So,
Like I love like the pleco and the clown loach. Oh, I love the plecos. They're just so weird. I love the way their bodies are.
yeah,
I really like neon tetras when you get enough that like when they school it kind of like flashes nice.
yeah.
And then I'm not too sure after that. You know, like that's kind of just 3 that I kind of want on the top of my head.
All ones that you need, like besides the neon tetras, like ones you need.
Big tanks.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Clown loaches like grow to like a foot long too, eh? And
Yeah,
they're
I'm
a
guessing,
schooling
like
fish.
the one we had, like he probably shouldn't have been alone, right?
No.
But B, like the tank was way too small for him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My tank is like, if it wasn't so heavily planted, it would be close to overstock, but I also have like a huge filter on it, so
Okay.
yeah. Like all the fish I have, I guess except the panda cories, but they're like a smaller cory. Like the clown killifish and the celestial pearl danios are like nano fish. Like a celestial pearl danio is like a relative of zebrafish.
Okay.
Like imagine this zebrafish. You've seen zebrafish. Imagine like the size of them.
Yep.
Half of that.
Really?
Yes, they're.
Would you be afraid that like the filter like?
Oh, but I have my filter is just a sponge filter, so like very gentle flow.
Okay.
But they were only discovered in 2006.
Huh. It still kind of amazes me that there's things that we like don't know about.
I want to be the one.
And I
to
think it
discover
also gets overshadowed by all the things we were killing.
Yeah, there's like so many fish or animals in general. They're like, oh, we just discovered it, and it's critically endangered.
Yeah, so how do they do that? Like, what is the timeline if you newly discover an animal? Like, how do you know it's not just very new?
Like it's not evolutionarily new, you mean?
Yeah, like, it's still so close that it's, like, almost, like, more of a subspecies than a species.
Well, that's the thing, like, defining what a species is difficult. And, like,
yeah, like, I understand.
There's a lot of back and forth on that. So those are the fish I have in my tank. I guess it's circumstantial. So like a lot of what goes into how they classify a species as like endangered or not endangered, like population size is one, but then also like reproductive speed and
yeah, I was gonna say like the reproductive
geographic range is another. So like there can be like animals that are like have a big population, like a larger population than other animals, but still be critically endangered because they live in such a small geographic area that could like be experiencing.
It's much easier to take out, like if you take out these like 10 acres, let's say, like the animal goes extinct.
Yeah.
Where,
same thing with like that's why like a lot of animals in like the Congo region, it's like, oh, their population's big, but also like the Congo is like being strip mined for cobalt. So recycle your phones.
That's our new challenge. Team phone recycle.
Team Congo.
Team Congo. I'm for it.
Here's another fish that I would get, except for the fact that they're like I want more community tanks now. Like I'm still gonna have my 5-gallon beta tank, but the community tanks are much more fun to look at. Tiger barbs, I would get.
Is that the one you put in here?
I just put it in now, the last one.
Oh, it kind of looks like a clown loach.
Yeah. So the
color more. It's not the actual body shape.
The first one I put with the blue tail and the black stripes is a clown killifish.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Is that just from your tank?
No. That's just,
I thought you like turned around and took a picture. I'm like, wait.
No. I also have the lights off. I'm gonna have to keep the lights off for a few days because I'm having a little bit of an algal bloom. So no, but I would get tiger barbs if I got like a bigger tank, but also like their assholes and like bite the fins off of other fish. So like probably wouldn't get them unless it was like a species only tank.
Does that only happen in like captivity, or do they do that in the wild too?
I'm not sure. Probably only captivity for like being in such close quarters. But how do you like the looks of the celestial pearl danios? The first one after the Polypterus I sent.
So it's the one under the what's it called? The very long.
Yeah, the Polypterus.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So
they're pretty cool. Like celestial danios.
Mm-hmm.
Am I saying it right? Celestial.
Like space, like celestial pearl.
Celestial. Okay.
Celestial pearl danios.
Pearl danios.
So I was kind of annoyed because when I first bought them, I bought 6 of them, and they kind of colored down, so I couldn't tell which ones were male or females. Do you see on the anal fin the orange stripe?
Yeah.
So that's a male.
Okay.
So I ended up having 2 males and 4 females, but one of the females was like super shrimpy and like stunted growth, and I was kind of like, oh man, that kind of sucks. I don't know if it's even gonna live. But that one ended up becoming my favorite because like when I had them in the quarantine tank, it was like the only one that would like come out for food and like swim around the tank confidently. The other ones were like constantly hiding until I put them in the community tank. So
it's a brave little soul.
Yeah. And another thing about it, like the shrimpy one, it's also melanistic, so it's not like blue.
Oh.
So like the front half of it is like just solid, like dark blue, and it doesn't have as many spots as the others, so kind of unique.
That's an interesting like color morph.
Yeah.
Do you think that's like potentially like do they breed them in stock? or do they catch them wild?
They only breed celestial pearls, like captive. It's like illegal to collect them because they're like another species that like, oh shit, they only live in this one pond. There's a lot of them, but they only live here.
Okay.
And since
we should stop taking them.
And since they're Danios, like they're super easy to breed. Like they're probably breeding in my tank and then just eating the eggs.
I was wondering, like, I wonder if that's like an accidental like selection.
No, it's just common with egg scattering fish.
To have like the solid blue?
Oh no, sorry, I thought you meant like the
No, I was talking about like the solid melanin coat.
It's likely just a mutation, and it's probably like tied to the mutation that made it like shrimpy.
Yeah, but like I'm wondering if there's more like in these stores. Like I wonder if they're accidentally like breeding, or if it's just like you got a random.
Probably not, because they would only breed like the ones that look healthy, right?
Fair.
Yeah. But they're probably breeding in my tank. And I know the clownfish, or the clown killifish are, because, like, when I first got them, like, I put the fish in, like, 3 separate tanks to begin with. I showed you that. But, like, I put the clown killifish in and came back and, like, checked on them periodically. And, like, 4 hours later, the one male had already, like, I was like, where are 2 of them? And I look behind some of the decoration, and they're breeding. I'm like, oh, shit. So like 4 hours into having them, they were breeding. So
you're doing pretty well.
Yeah,
you've got like a little love tank. I don't know if I'm gonna go with this.
I might use one of my heaters went on one of the empty tanks, so it's like not in use right now. But if I get a new heater, I might use that as like a breeding tank.
Okay.
So then it's like, where do I put the fish? I can't really sell them. And
I mean, I guess you could get them away for free.
Sell them back to the store for like pennies, or just keep my population going.
Would they actually even take yours though? Would they be worried about like disease in your tanks or anything, or do they even
That's
care
the thing.
that much?
It depends on the place.
Okay.
So Krakatoa is gonna die.
Nah.
Oh, look at that! Not even red health.
Definitely a 2-hit KO though.
Yeah. We'll just take care of that real quick. But yeah,
it's still just water in this one, right? It's 3rd evolution that becomes dragon.
Yes.
Okay.
But yeah, if you want help setting up a tank down the road and you need stocking ideas, just let me know.
Will do. I think we're planning on starting with like plants first, just to get it like set up.
Like a planted tank?
Pardon?
A planted tank? Or like just regular house plants?
No. Like a plant tank. Like we'll get some aquatic plants. And like just let that grow, let it be its own little environment, and then introduce fish to it.
Do you know
I never really liked like the plastic
Yeah.
plant stuff, like those decorations. I never really liked it.
Yeah, I got live plants, and I might be going tomorrow to get some more. I have the 3 types of Java, well, 3 of the types of Java fur in both tanks. And then I have the Salvinia floating stuff. And then a Nubius in one of the tanks, golden Nubius. So.
It sounds like you're saying like Anubis.
Yeah. Similar spelling.
That's. Pardon?
Similar spelling.
Similar spelling.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna look it up.
Do you know how to you know about tank? This is me preaching now. You know about like cycling tanks, like getting the nitrogen cycle going.
Not. I don't know how to do it, but I know what you were referring to.
Yeah. So basically, like just before you add fish, for like a month before, just like add ammonia to the tank, and then like check to make sure that the ammonia is getting broken down to nitrite, and then eventually gets put into nitrate. And at the point where you can like put like nitrite, or the point where you can put ammonia in your tank, and by the next day it's all been converted into nitrate. Nitrate. That's when you know that it's ready for fish.
Cool.
Yeah.
How do you test? Like what kind of?
The best way to test is there's a kit called it's API brand liquid test kit.
Okay.
And you just like add chemicals like you take little samples of the water and add chemicals to it, and like depending on the color, it changes. You know, the concentration.
Oh, okay.
So if there's like high ammonia, it's like a deep green, but then if there's no ammonia, it's yellow. Oh, I just used I XP on the wrong guy. Yeah. Now I want more fish. Bigger tank.
Wait, hold on. How does that move actually work?
What?
Something.
So it like will boost the power of this guy's move.
Yeah, but like how much?
I think it's like 1.5.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Ah, no freeze.
No freeze. Never lucky. I think my plan is if I don't go to San Diego again next year, I'm just gonna spend some of the money, buy a 20-gallon and a new heater, and then switch over the fish to it.
Like, I'm trying to think. I don't even know if like 2022, like, because I know like what the government's planning on stopping the QR codes at some point.
Yeah, before we even start the basically.
Like, it's so dumb. Like, why?
To say they did. Oh, we did our best to curb it. Blah blah and all the fake promises.
Or like, I feel like it's in their best interest to do it in the long run, but it's hard to see long run, I guess.
Yeah. If I get a 20-gallon, I'm gonna get Colosseum and add them. Oh, okay. You've got my like tank is my current hyperfixation, but so like the way I pick the fish, like one, like yeah, I did a thesis on Danios, I did a thesis on killifish, so I got like nicer looking species of them, right?
Yeah.
But then this trip's gonna be a lot shorter because we don't have to battle the guys in here again. I just always like corridors. And I spoke too soon about battling guys.
Also, I like how his name is Twan.
Twan. Oh, I know a Twan actually, like spelled differently, but and it's his last name. But anyways, I picked the fish because like the celestial pearl danios are like a mid-water fish, the clown killifish are a top-water fish, and then the corridors are a bottom feeder.
Oh, that's like perfect.
Yes.
Kind of have everything going on.
Meanwhile,
all through the tank.
the corridor or the danios and clown loaches, like, or the clown killifish, just like swim wherever really. So.
Yeah, I really wish I knew more about fish. Like, for someone who's like a technician looking after fish, I did not know what I was doing whenever I was
Owning a fish tank?
No. Like when I worked for the university. Like we never really got training on it, but like certain now employees like worked for that department.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm talking about like I won't mention his name or anything, but like the seahorse lab.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that's awesome, dude. Like that's so cool. I love that lab.
Seahorses
like
are...
I had to go check on them all the time, play with seahorses.
Seahorses are my younger brother's favorite animal. So like whenever he comes and like we go to the zoo or the aquarium, like gotta spend a good chunk of time looking at the seahorses. Because it's also like...
I mean, he's right though. They're pretty cool. I wouldn't say they're my favorite animal, but they're up there.
It's like harder. You know how it's like harder for him to get like engaged and involved with stuff.
Yeah,
but then we go to the zoo. It's like, all right, seahorse time.
Let's just go right for it.
Yeah.